This broadcast is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. The Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. OregonCares.org. Culver's of Oregon. Welcome to Delicious. J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering. Hy-Vee Grocery Stores. Stoughton Health. And Pizza Pit.
Oregon Panther fans, here we are on this fine October evening, the 3rd of October, for the Oregon Panthers to take on Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Good evening this evening. OCA Media is proud to bring you this exciting Panther volleyball match. Tonight, we have Oregon High School Gymnasium bringing on the Panthers. Will host the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. This is Mark Miller. I'll be joined shortly by Mike, the voice of Panther volleyball, and we'll be bringing you tonight's action. So thank you for watching Oregon Media Sports, your home for Panther sports. OCA Media would like to welcome our sponsors, whose financial support make this Panther volleyball broadcast possible. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. The Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. OregonAreaCares.org. Culver's of Oregon, Stoughton Health, Hy-Vee Grocery Stores, and by Pizza Pit. We'll allow Mike to give the announcements this evening.
Fort Atkinson High School, Oregon High School, and WIAA reward good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators, and education-based interscholastic events. We request cooperation by supporting participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, and team representatives will not be tolerated and grounds for approval for the set of competition. On behalf of Oregon Athletic Director Ricky Spencer Grant, we'd like to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy today's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship. We'd also like to extend a warm thank you to tonight's officials, Jacob West and Ed Warner. Thank you for your continued efforts in supporting high school athletics. And now here are your starting lineups. First for the visitors from Fort Atkinson. Number 1, Shelby Black. Number 3, Danny Speeds. Number 6, Caroline Anderson. Number 7, Nicole Clark.
And Oregon's going to take on quite a competition this evening. Fort Atkinson has a very good record, and Blackhawks has been doing really well. If I got the WIA records properly, 14-3 overall. Conference is 4-2. The Panthers, if I again got the records correct, overall a 6-10. Conference 1-5. So the Panthers have done a really good job. They got a good chance to block. I think they got a good solid blocking ability. They seem to just get a little bit behind. They may be in a good position to get the game started off, and then they just get in a bad rotation. Hopefully they can adjust and keep that moving, because likely Fort Atkinson is going to challenge them quite a bit at the net as well as in the serving arrangements. So looking forward to the teams as they get finished up as the season starts to wind down. Fort Atkinson does have quite a bit of seniors, so we only have one sophomore in the starting, actually two sophomores in the starting lineup. And whereas in Oregon's case, we're going to be looking at a little more sophomores. Let's see, three seniors starting off overall. So a younger team overall. So leading off is Jada with a serve. Get onto it. Ava is able to get an ace on that first serve. Oregon take off in the lead. So great start so far. Have to keep that going. Ava in a good placement. Get a set. Double block up. Gets through. Olivette back set. And a roll shot overall. Fort Atkinson in a good position. Oh, miss up on their attack on it. Nice pass. Good line off the shot, and Panthers come up with a second point. Good placement overall. Double block, so go after that line and see what you can get a bounce out of it. Nice move overall. Ava again once again with the serve. Outside, got a black up in the hands. Nice pass. And right in the middle, had to roll it over. On the outside, no touch, high outside. Good pass once again. In the middle, hit again. Two blocks, make it through. And a dink over by Fort Atkinson. Pushing it back, a little bit of a push out. Double block over the top. Nice move. And over the top, a one-handed bump. And roll over the corner. Nice position overall. Makes it struggle. Fort Atkinson gives the point up to Oregon once again as they continue to lead. Panthers are doing a good job with passing the ball and watching where they attack, keep it alive. Eva continues on with a serve. Good spot, another ace. Look at him, of course you get, no, that was the gray line, so that's in, not the orange line. Eva serving again, once again long. Trouble for Fort Atkinson. Blackhawks rolling over. Oregon's going to have to pass it over, and they'll get a side out like that.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Mike. Glad to have you up here instead of the background sound.
Thank you. How's everything looking up here so far?
Really
good start by the Panthers. Free ball coming over. Get down. Just out. So I'm sure Mark already got us started, but your Panthers are hosting the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks tonight. We're here in set number 1. Panthers started hot, hoping to keep that going. Devin Howard with the bump over to Sophie Tsai. Hits line, picked up by the Fort Atkinson defense. Free ball coming over, picked up in the back corner by Alexis Field. David Dipovic-Skripka sets up Sophie again, off the block. Oh, Fort Atkinson almost dug that up, but it drops.
They're up there for the block, but as long as you keep driving it through, the Panthers are doing a good job making them hustle, put them out of sequence.
Sophie Tsai back to serve. there is a change in the lineup from what you may have seen earlier in the season. Oh, they called Fort Atkinson in the net.
Yes.
Tough call. So Greta Schriever is out and has been for a couple of matches. And so right now, Panthers have had to shuffle the lineup a little bit. Sophie Tsai has shifted over to play outside. Oh, big swing out of Fort Atkinson, dug by Sophie Tsai, but not able to keep it in bounds.
The Panthers are going to have to watch out. Andy Spice from Fort Atkinson Blackhawks is quite a drive, quite a hit overall.
Spees.
Is it Spees? Thank you.
Yep. And I got one addition to their roster. 18, Leah Fairman is playing up from JV, but isn't on their roster. Fort Atkinson with the block. They pull within 2. Sylvie Beers, senior for Fort Atkinson, back to serve. Sophie Tsai picks it up. Ava able to pass it over. Oh, that's Spees.
Once again, we gave her a free ball, and that could be trouble for Panthers if they allow that to happen.
Able to swing on the overpass. Here's serve picked up by Fields. That's a long run for Ava. She's able to get there. Evelyn the boy with the bump pass over. Fortunately outside the antenna. And that drops out. We're now tied 6-6.
Panthers will need to keep this rotation moving, get in a better spot for themselves.
Free ball coming over. Ava puts it in a tough spot. Fort Atkinson able to turn. Ava sets to the outside to Maya, or opposite to Maya. Fort Atkinson able to pick it up. Maya with the dig. Sophie able to bump to Ava, who swings, hits it deep, but Fort Atkinson able to get on top of it, gets another swing. Sophie with the dig. Avey sets to the outside to Evelyn Lavoie. Tip to the middle, picked up by Fort Atkinson. Roll coming over. This will be a tough play for Maya Rudy. Has to just pass it over. Fort Atkinson trying to run a fast play. Big swing out of Andy Spees.
Gonna have to keep an eye on that block. It does seem that Fort Atkinson moves their set around, so even though it get pushed off to the far side, she was passing it back on this side, so that makes it challenging for the Panthers to get that block in place.
Evelyn Lavoie free balls it over. Set to the outside. Ava sets. Evelyn Lavoie hits line. Fort Atkinson able to pick it up. Free ball coming over. That one's not going to make it. And the Panthers pick up the point.
Good placement by the Panthers to keep moving and keep Fort Atkinson moving around. Don't want them to set it up. Keep it a little challenging to keep shutting down some of their strong attacks.
Jordan Elsner steps away for McKenna Carroll with the libero exchange. Alexis Fields back to serve. Sophie Tsai with the big dig. It's over. That one's right on the net. Fort Atkinson able to play it. That's a second big swing that Sophie's dug. Oh. Not able to get that third one. And if you've been following the Panthers for the last couple of years, Sophie Tsai primarily plays middle. So she doesn't have a ton of experience in that back row. It's been a bit of a trial by fire in both serve, receive, and having to play 6 rotations. I think she's, really learned fast. But it's definitely a different skill set that she's had to use a lot of her career. Maya Rudy finding the floor.
Nice roll shot by Maya. Get over that double block, but still drop the ball such that the back row defender can't get to it in time.
So the Panthers are running a bit of a unique offense this year. Running a 5-2, where when our setter rotates into the front row, we trade setters. So now we have JC Andrew in to serve. Jada Anderson steps into the back row. Nice pickup. JC sets outside to Evelyn Lavoie. Pushes it into the block. That one's out. Yep.
Good spot, no touch. It's a question for the referee.
Well, I'm not sure why the captain or why the up ref called called the Panthers captain over. Jada with a nice serve. Out.
Out. That just hung on that tape. Yes, I thought I saw it in, but the line judge is calling it out.
I'm sure I've discussed this over the year, but one of the things Coach Grokey talks about is uncontrollables. And one of the things you can't control is what the refs call. You can control how you respond to that. JC sets Evelyn Lavoie right into the net. Trapped her outside the antenna. Andy Spies back to serve. That's going to be right on the net. JC's able to get her hands on it. Evelyn Lavoie with the swing. Barrow picks it up. Spies with the set. Jada was there, but not able to dig it. And we're tied up at 10.
The Panthers close up that block pretty nice. A couple of strong hits that they have to watch for, but right move. Close up that block. Do what you can to keep the ball up high or in a place that defenders can catch.
Good eye. Jada tracked that ball and just about hit it with her head. That was an interesting technique, but it didn't find her, and it goes out. Point Panthers. Devin Howard replaces Evelyn Lavoie. Devin Howard's picked it up in the second half of the year. She's got 75 digs so far this season. And 11 aces. Oh!
Nice reach.
Alexis. Oh, JC Andrew is able to get that one over. Was that one outside the antenna? I couldn't see it from here.
I think he's outside of the antenna. Good hustle. Definitely good hustle.
Yeah, surprised she was able to get a hand on it and put it up and back, but Jada picks that one up. Sets outside for Sophie Tsai, hits line for the kill.
She took advantage of that solo block and knew exactly where to place it such that it was not touched.
Yeah, she hits a nice line shot.
Panthers going to have to watch out. They got number 3, Spies, all ready to be in the middle spot.
Yeah, I feel like even on the right sides, Fort Atkinson has had some nice swings. Rachel Cook is in as the serving specialist, not able to find the other side of the net. She will sub out for McKenna Carroll, who will swap out for the libero exchange, and Alexis Fields is back in the back row. Jordan Elsner is in the front row. Sets outside for Sophie Tsai. Tips over the block. Setter dump, picked up by the libero. Alexis Fields with a good pickup. JC Andrews sets it outside for Sophie Tsai. Finds the libero, not able to dig it, and a point for the Panthers.
Another great attack by Sophie.
There's a great dig by Alexis Fields in the back row. And then JC was able to get there and give Sophie Tsai a chance to swing, and she put it away.
Panthers are doing a good job moving the ball in different points of the court, keeping Fort Atkinson moving.
Panthers are using a lot of subs this match, as I think they try to figure out, what does it look like to be effective in this new configuration. Oh, almost a change-up swing on the opposite. Shelby Gladham drops in front of Ava. We're knotted up at 13. Devin Howard rolls that one over. Oh, into the block, but not able to send it back. Panthers have really been working on that this year, making sure they're pressing over the net and then framing it back into the court. Some of these hits get through. Fort Atkinson up 1. Ava bumps it outside for Sophie, rolls to the center of the court. Fort Atkinson able to pick it up, hits into the block. Alexis Fields picks it up. Now it's tight to the net, sets it up for Maya. Able to hit cross court. Roll shot picked up by the Panthers. Sophie Sy with another swing. Hit, yeah, just pushes line off the block. Ties it up.
Very smart move. Knowing there's a big double block, changing it up just to put him at defense.
Evelyn Lavoie subs in for Devin Howard. Another thing that's a big challenge, I think, for Sophie Sy is having to play all 6 rotations for really the first time in her career. And she's been active tonight. Offense is targeting her, serve receive is targeting her, and then her setters are targeting her. Swing out of the middle. Sophie Sy able to get a hand on it, but not able to return it. That was a quick attack on a solo block. Long run for Ava. Nobody called that one. Evelyn Lavoie has to just bump it over. Fort Atkinson able to recover. Big swing into the block, but out of bounds.
Keep that block up there. Keep it closed up. Keep working that.
Taking a quick peek at our Panther calendar, we've got one final home game. Senior night is coming up Thursday, October 12th versus Stoughton. Make sure you get out here and cheer on your Panthers and celebrate those seniors for their last home game this year.
OCA Media will be here once again to bring it to you, live and recorded.
McKenna Carroll swaps out with Jordan Elsner. Alexis Fields back to serve. Panthers down 1. Block gets on that one. Ava sets it up for Evelyn. Tips over. Block sends it back. Ava pushes it over. Swing from the outside. Oh, just falls in the middle. I think the block took something off it.
Did have black just enough to tip it off. Makes it challenging.
Whoa! I don't know if that was a... Oh, Alexis Fields with a good get in the back line. Sets it outside for Maya. Through the block, Libero picks it up. McKenna Carroll able to send that one back. Oh! Block was there, they hit the cut. Maya was able to get a hand on it, but not enough to bring it back. Fort Atkinson pushes to their largest lead of the night, 3, and the Panthers need a timeout.
If your organization would like to join our family of sponsors whose financial support helps make Panther sports possible, please contact Paul at ocamedia.com for more information. That's Paul at ocamedia.com. Always look forward to our sponsors and appreciate all their efforts, not only on our screens, but also in the audio and other advertisements.
It's been really good volleyball so far tonight. Fort Atkinson has pushed out to a bit of a lead here in set number 1, but the Panthers have been playing tight with them. Coach Grolke looks like she's changing up a few things from what we've seen the last couple of matches, using a few more defensive specialists and serving specialists. Sophie Sy has been effective at the hits, at the swing so far. Both setters feel like they're putting the ball in a good spot. The attacks from Fort Atkinson have been really challenging. And it'll be interesting to see if the Panthers are able to dull that with effectively timed blocks. We've got really good blocks in almost all of our rotations, really effective blocks.
The passing has been very good, so allowing to be able to get going. And then likewise, move with their feet to get a good double block up as they need to.
Nice quick set to the middle. McKenna Carroll puts that one down.
A nice slice, so it gets it past that block.
JC Andrew checks in, and Jada Anderson replaces Maya Rudy. Jade Anderson back to serve. Tough serve. Oh, that roll shot just gets over the net.
Those are so frustrating. You're really expecting it to come farther off the net, and then on top of it spins right over the white tape and falls.
Even if you're in a position to cover, maybe not to cover that specific spot. It's going to be tough for Evelyn. Ends up just bumping it over. Fort Atkinson able to recover. Big block. JC Andrew able to send that one back. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds. Point Fort Atkinson. JC Andrew is an offensive-minded setter. Goes up and swings on the second contact there. Unfortunately, no block touch, and it went wide. Slide from McKenna, tips it over. Oh, McKenna Carroll.
Calling net.
McKenna Carroll won the joust, called in the net.
Questioning if she did or not.
Hard to see from here, but that's what the ref called. Alexis takes that ball. JC sets it to Evelyn the boy, rolls it over into the block. Jada Anderson able to recover. Kind of some scramble around the net. That one's out.
And no touch.
No touch, no net. And that's a point for the Panthers.
The ball's been bouncing around a little bit in net, bouncing back and forth. Could be an opportunity for the Panthers to get control of it and take their offense. Run that risk of trying to win at the net. Doesn't always have as much luck.
Devin Howard replaces Evelyn the boy and is back to serve. Get down. Wow. Nice set by Fort Atkinson. Sophie Tsai hits line. The Panthers are able to dig that, set up Sophie Tsai. She hits line again. And Fort Atkinson not able to control it. Panthers pull within 4. Devin Howard back to serve. Serves the libero. Passes right on the net. That's off the antenna.
Yep, good skull damage.
Fort Atkinson has been passing their setters right on the net, but they are just doing a great job of maintaining body position and not drifting into the net. There have been a couple that I thought were either overpasses or net calls, and they've been able to turn them into strong attacks. Serves the libero again. Block gets that one. JC Andrew, center dump, picked up by Fort Atkinson. That swings out. Panthers pull within 2. Boy, and I don't know if it's the colors or what, but I keep wanting to call Fort Atkinson Wake Forest. And that's not who we're playing at all. That's a college team. But if I say that, I apologize. And Fort Atkinson needs a timeout as your Panthers pull within 2, 20-22 here. It's set number 1.
The court is filled with orange and black, so there's a lot of that on both sides of it. OCA Media is Oregon's community access, broadcasting locally sourced, entertaining, and informative programs on Charter and TDS Cable. Check out our live streams and archive programs on our YouTube channel. Visit our website for our program guide and more information at ocamedia.com. Check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see all the events taking place, certainly all the Panther sports, but on top of it, the other school activities as well.
And on a night like tonight, you'd have your choice between girls volleyball and soccer. You chose volleyball if you're hearing this message.
I saw lights in the field house.
That's a good choice.
Football?
I don't know what was going on.
There was no parking room.
No, there's a lot going on.
That's a
Oregon
great
High
thing.
School this evening.
That is great.
And also, if you've decided to tune in to Oregon Panther volleyball instead of watching the Major League Baseball playoffs. Your Brewers are tied 3-3 with the Arizona Diamondbacks at the top of 4. Looking for an early win in that best-of-3 series. Devin Howard with the serve. Serves the libero again. Sets kind of behind. No touch. Panthers pull within 1.
That's what they need to do, is just keep the ball and keep moving it around to the court.
That set from Andy Spees got a little bit behind her hitter, slowed her down, and she had to reach. Devin Howard with the serve. Get down, serves the libero again. Set her dump.
Let's go over. Off the floor.
Official called it down. I think a lot of times they can hear it hit the wood. And it's got to be fully on your hand. No part of the ball can hit the ground, so it's pretty tough to pancake those. Aha, there we go. The timing wasn't perfect on that set to the middle, but McKenna Carroll was able to hang up there, get enough on it.
And some of that helps out because it's just a delay, and the blocker's looking for a different, more aggressive attack. So a solo block, she made it through.
Rachel Cook back to serve. Rachel Cook with the ace. She had 15 aces coming into tonight's match and ties it up at 23. Serves the libero. Sets the middle. Block got there, but not able to push it back. I mean, it's a tough block, pretty much any rotation you're in. Sophie Sy and Jordan Elsner. I'd put them up against just about anyone in the conference. Unfortunately, that one bangs off the block and out of bounds.
It's a pretty quick set and a hit, so that makes it challenging.
Hannah Baldry back to serve, set point. And the ace. And the Panthers drop set 1, 23-25. Hard fought set.
Panthers kept it in. They got a good start going and a good roll on the start of it. And I think they learned some things about where they got to be in the right position. They were up blocking. I like the passes. The passes kept them keeping their offense going. It's going to be an important part as the next few games roll in.
Fort Atkinson had some really strong swings. Their setters were playing really well. You know, we're able to really distribute the ball, and even on some tough passes, we're able to get into a good position for their hitters to get a good swing. Panthers, I thought, did a really good job on their offense. Setters were moving the ball around. We had a number of sets go to our opposites. We had a couple of slides for our middles, a couple of quicks, so the timing wasn't always there. We still were able to get a big kill out of one in McKenna Carroll. And then Sophie Sy continues to, do really good things at that outside position. Line shot was there tonight. And a couple of times when it wasn't a swing, instead it was just that kind of power tip to the corner, and that was able to get caught up in the block.
Utilized a nice roll shot too. That put Fort Atkinson in a dive and missed a few return balls. Good movement overall. So, did you know that OCA Media records many Oregon School performing arts? Put down your cell phone, enjoy the performance. Did you miss your child's orchestra performance? Visit OCA Media or our YouTube channel and see if it is listed, or just email paul@ocamedia.com. So only one home game left this year yet.
Yep, the high school season goes so fast. So Thursday, October 12th, here at Oregon High School, 7 p.m., it'll be senior night. We've got quite a few seniors on this team. Ava, Jada Anderson, McKenna Carroll, Maya Rudy. So come on out and say goodbye to your seniors.
Those are leadership that develop the younger players, and it's an important part because they likewise had the opportunity to follow some upperclassmen, and it developed them to be competitive and enjoy the sport of volleyball. Been a great awareness of volleyball over this year. Some really good college volleyball activities. Got great awareness with strong attendance not only in Nebraska, but also in Milwaukee, Fiserv. UW Badgers set some records. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good state to be a volleyball fan. Looks like no changes to the starting lineup. Sophie Tsai, Jordan Elsner, and Maya Rudy will start us off in the front row. Ava Dipovic-Skripka, Alexis Fields, and Evelyn Lavoie start in the back row. Shelby Gladham is back to serve. And we're off.
Kind of caught off guard with that, I believe.
Yeah. Alexis Fields and Evelyn Lavoie weren't exactly sure who was taking that. Had to kind of lunge for it at the last minute. Alexis Fields. Sophie Tsai. Oh! That's why you put it over. Sometimes somebody gets turned around and isn't able to make a play on the ball.
Let them make their own mistakes.
Sophie Tsai's back to serve as Evelyn Lavoie rotates into the front row. Sophie drops that one short. Fort Atkinson able to pick it up. Gets a roll shot on it. Sophie Tsai digs it. Oh, that one's overpassed. Maya Rudy gets a hand on it. Free ball coming for Evelyn Lavoie. Libero picks it up. Fort Atkinson pushes to their outside. Block not able to get a touch. Alexis Fields not able to get a touch, and that's a point for Fort Atkinson.
Fort Atkinson had to run to get a set, but got a nice pass onto it. Put it blockers right on the antenna. It makes it tough to bring that one down. It's got such an ankle on it.
Evelyn Lavoie bumps that one over to Maya Rudy, who tips it past the block. It's kind of a tough call. I don't think you call that if two players don't kind of bump into each other. But the up ref calls that a double. Well, actually, he called it a lift. Fort Atkinson coach does not agree.
That's the first lift call we've had this evening. So, like you say, understand your ref.
Alexis Fields serves the libero, puts her right on the net. That one's out. That was, I'm going to say it again. These setters on Fort Atkinson are just doing a great job picking up what could be disastrous passes and turning them into really strong attacks. That one ends up going wide and is a point for the Panthers, but geez Louise, pretty much a mediocre pass they're turning into a great set. Alexis Fields back to serve. Oh. Able to hit that one over and past the block. Ava Dipovic-Skripka gets a hand on it, unfortunately not able to corral it. That's a kill for Fort Atkinson.
A little bit of a challenge when the attacker is farther off the net. It's hard to determine if it's a line or it's an angle. They did the best.
And it gives them a little bit more room to get around your block. Alexis Fields picks it up. Ava sets to the middle to McKenna Carroll. Off the block, point Panthers.
I was almost fooled that it didn't even go over, but it rolled right over the tape and landed on it.
I find those plays at the net so hard to see from up here. I just look and see which team celebrates. All right, Jada Anderson replaces Maya Rudy and is back to serve. I don't remember if I said this last time Jada was serving. She's got 5 aces this year in limited play. Roll shot, no one there.
With the way Fort Atkinson can attack, often the double block is be prepared. So sometimes that little hole in the floor is there.
It opens up the roll shot. Andy Spees back to serve. Jade Anderson picks it up. Long run for JC, able to set it up for Evelyn, who pushes it over. Set to the outside, off the block. Jade Anderson picks it up. Evelyn Lavoie gets it. McKenna Carroll able to send it over.
They called a lift. I think we'll hear a little howling in the back row. It's a good day, good effort overall.
Boy, oh boy. Well, you know what? Ball don't lie. That ball knew that wasn't a lift. That's a tough one. McKenna Carroll's had a couple of those this year where she's got a fist and she hits it with the base of her palm. I don't know how you lift it like that.
You do not.
Devin Howard back to serve as we're tied up 5-5 here in set number 2. That was the first time the setter wasn't able to make magic out of a pretty crummy pass.
She did a nice job being able to reach up for that one-hand set.
And actually, her hitter almost got that one over. Devin Howard back to serve.
Let's not give him another chance.
Drops it short. That one's up. Panthers got to send it over. Sophie Tsai rolls it, but not over the net. What a dig by Jada Anderson. And then I don't know if it was Jada and Alexis Fields combining on that defensive play. Whoever it was, Devin and Jada, whoever it was, what great effort to keep it off the floor and give Sophie Tsai a chance. Macy Pease back to serve. Jada Anderson picks it up. Set outside for Sophie Tsai. Swings kind of cross court, deep middle. Because the block got up there, they took something off and the defender was not able to slide up and grab it. Rachel Cook replaces McKenna Carroll as the serving specialist.
Keep this passing up. You can do some good attack movement.
Oh, boy. That's a tight net.
Good reflex off the net.
All right, with the libero exchange, Alexis Fields is in. Alexis Fields, Devin Howard, Jada Anderson are our serve receive. That one's out. And we're ready for a center exchange. Ava checks in for JC. Maya replaces Jada. Ava will be back to serve. The ball rolled behind the bench. Panthers currently up 1. Ava didn't know where the ball was going to go find it. Nice serve. Quick set to the middle. Alexis is able to get there. Sophie Tsai bumps it over for Maya, hits it into the block. Maya picks it up. Ava sets out to Sophie Tsai. There's a touch at the net. There it is. That was great volleyball by the Panthers on that point.
That's a libero's role, is go dig those, make those balls align, and she did a great job.
Yep. Alexis Fields is a sophomore, up to 240 digs this year, coming into tonight's match.
Wow, awesome.
And has made a ton of hustle and effort plays. Another one behind the hitter. Sophie Tsai sets it out to Maya. Maya rolls, not able to get it over.
She had the right idea. Knew there's a double block out of there. How do you work it through?
Shelby Gladham back to serve for Fort Atkinson. Out.
That's the way to watch the ball. Keep an eye out for it. Take that point when you can.
All right, Evelyn Lavoie checks back in for Devin Howard. Sophie Tsai is back to serve. Panthers up 2. Got a lot of options. Sets to her middle, kind of over her head. Tough spot. Free ball coming. Sophie Tsai picks it up. Sets it outside for Maya. Past the block, picked up by the libero. Oh, can Alexis get there? Oh, gets a hand on it, but not able to bring it back.
Another great effort.
Panthers had a couple of shots at that one and weren't able to put a hit down hard enough. And Fort Atkinson was able to set up there outside.
I really like the back set. That was a great move to shift the defenders off from Fort Atkinson.
excuse me, the opposite. They set up the opposite. Fort Atkinson with a number of service errors here in set number 2. I feel like the both teams are playing about equal, but the Panthers are up 2, and service errors might be the difference here. Alexis Fields back to serve. McKenna Carroll in the front row. Tough serve, picks it up, set to the middle. Alexis Fields picks that up. Okay, roll shot coming from Sophie. Bump to the, oh, Ava with the good pickup. Can Evelyn Lavoie bring that back? She can't. Ava, good job staying in there against that hit, but not able to turn it into a passable ball.
Great job digging and keeping those digs, keep the ball moving.
Almost a trick play. Is that off the block? I mean, it makes sense. That one was hard to see here. I was shielded by the ref, but the way the ball came off at that funky angle, it was clear it hit something. We're tied up at 11. Maya with the swing, off the block. Rivero picks it up.
Just the right spot.
And the tip just over the block, just outside of Sophie's reach. Evelyn Lavoie steps in front of that one. Wow, good get by Alexis. Evelyn Lavoie rolls it to the back line. Another dig. We have had some good rallies tonight. Evelyn Lavoie into the block. Back row attack coming by Sophie Tsai. Alexis Fields chases that one down. Ava sets out to Maya Rudy. Rolls it into the block. Fort Atkinson not able to dig it up.
Panthers pulled that off. A little bit of question regards how tight the sets are. And so Fort Atkinson coach.
The Fort Atkinson coach has questions. I don't know that anyone else does.
I would think that after the last game that we had witnessed, they would have called a couple of those. But every ref can be a little different how they want to view it and how they want to play it.
Panthers tie it up. Jane Anderson back to serve. Oh, into the block, but falls on the Panther sideline. Evelyn Lavoie and McKenna Carroll were up there.
Got their hands on it, definitely, and they were ready for
Not
that ball.
pushed over perfectly. That one was a little strong for Alexis Fields. Evelyn Lavoie has to chase that one down, pushes it to the back line. Fort Atkinson able to, no touch. No touch. Devin Howard replaces Evelyn Lavoie and is back to serve. This is some tight volleyball tonight. No touch. Nope. Apparently there was a touch on the block.
Net bounced quite a bit, so I would anticipate.
Sophie Tsai off the block. Fort Atkinson able to pick it up. Whoa. We want to talk about funky sets. JC with the dump. Fort Atkinson picks it up. Panthers were scrambling.
A quick rally overall there. Moved the ball really quick back and forth. A couple of dumps. Kind of drifting the ball around, keeping it alive, but not necessarily in formation.
I'm surprised there was a block touch called on that one. Oh, McKenna Carroll and JC Andrew were there for the block touch. Unfortunately, not able to push it back over. The Panthers need a timeout.
I agree with you. I didn't know if I actually saw that. That's what I remember. They let it go. And so you keep playing as you go. So did you know OCA Media broadcasts 24/7 from the Village of Oregon? Our hardworking and dedicated staff record and broadcast hundreds of local events every year right here in Oregon. Continue to watch OCA Media on their different social medias. We have all sorts of Facebook updates. Oregon Life is always on, broadcast on Sunday mornings. Oregon Life with local activities of people and personal events of people in Oregon itself. Frank Caruso does an awesome job. Check out OCA Media, subscribe to YouTube channel. Twitter always lets you know what's going on. I think one of the biggest events was, we noticed there's a fire and we happen to catch that right away. So live feeds. OCA Media knows what's going on in your community.
Macy Pease, the libero for Fort Atkinson, is back to serve. This has been a point-for-point match until this last little run. Panthers find themselves down 3. Free ball coming. Devin Howard sends it over. Got to get ready for an attack from Fort Atkinson. Lucy Andrews sets it out for Sophie Tsai. Rolls it. Picked up. Libero bumps. No touch. There was no touch. Panthers blocked that one. JC took an aggressive swing on that overpass. Didn't get everything, but it fell for the point.
I would agree with her. I don't believe there was a touch on it, so you just keep it playing. Put it back in the court, and that's what Panthers did.
Rachel Cook back to serve. Off serve, that's an overpass. Jordan Elsner has to slide off the net. Oh, I think she swung it down with her offhand. Sophie Tsai with the overpass, slams it down. Fort Atkinson recovers. That one's out. That was a good point by both teams. Panthers pull within 1.
A great move by Sophie, just knowing go after it, attack it like she can.
It was a hard swing. Picked up by Fort. Rachel Cook back to serve. Serves at the libero. Center dump. Rachel Cook got a hand on it, but not able to pass it. Like you were saying, these hitters, when they have a good set, they're just wailing away at it. And that's got the Panthers playing back. So sometimes those rolls or tips, able to find open floor. Blocked by the Panthers, picked up by Fort. Oh! Alexis Fields able to get her hands on that, but not enough to push it back into the field of play.
Great blocking, though. They're up, ready for those attacks.
Absolutely.
It slows it off, so keeps the game going. Missed that right footing, not able to be in the right spot for that.
The lead is 4, 15-19, and the Panthers need their second timeout of this second set.
It's a little challenging for us on the side to be able to see how that ball moves, but oftentimes there's some movement. As a passer, we can look at it as like, why didn't you get that? The ball drops and goes to your
Drops
right.
or moves side to side, or yeah, absolutely.
So, you ever wonder what's going on in the Village of Oregon? Tune in and watch. Let's Talk Oregon. OCA Media's new monthly talk show. It's hosted by Mike Doucette. It's the Talk of Oregon. Visit ocamedia.com for program information and all your original programs. So I know our superintendent had a chance to visit, as well as our PIC performance activities. So keep an eye out that, as well as our local officials within the community of Oregon. Oregon Life at ocamedia.com.
All right. We're 15-19 here in set number 2. Fort Atkinson with the lead in the serve. Tough serve. Jada picks it up nicely. Set out to Sophie Tsai. Block picks it up. JC was able to just push that one back.
Beautiful. That's the way to be, up on it, ready for it. You never know where it's going to go, if it's going to bounce off the net or roll.
She didn't do too much. She just got up and pushed it back. She didn't, take a full swing and end up stuck in the net.
Or getting over the net to getting called for over the net.
Ava back to serve. Moves the setter. Bump set coming up. Oh, big swing into the block, and it gets through.
Eva's dropping serve did put an advantage for Oregon, so that they had to move around. It's a tough set once again, but as I said, they keep pushing these tough sets into some really nice attacks for their hitters.
Shelby Gladden back to serve. Out, no touch. We haven't gotten to see it a ton tonight, but Jordan Elsner, so when the Panthers had to shuffle their lineup, Sophie Sy moved to the outside, and that left a spot in the middle, which meant Jordan Elsner has gotten to play a lot more. Her swing has just grown by leaps and bounds this year. We haven't gotten to see it a ton tonight, but man, she is just doing such a great job. She's had a really good eye for when she goes up and she's got the solo block in front of her. She can rotate and push it to either line. It's been a really effective attack. And even in limited time this year, she's already at 25 kills and 16 blocks coming into tonight. Oh.
That was pushed out quite a ways, and so instead of attacking towards the net, you end up she had to slide out to the outside.
Panthers down 5.
Good conversation. Make sure that you let your team know that's way too long.
McKenna Carroll replaces Jordan Elsner. Alexis Fields is in to serve. Panthers down 4. I think we got to 18-22 last set, and the Panthers made a really good run here to tie it up. Alexis Fields not able to dig that middle attack. You're going to need something big out of this next rotation.
That makes her some trouble.
Evelyn the boy with the swing. And that one's in. No, that one was in. Yeah.
That was clear.
Panthers are lucky, the up ref. Panthers are confused.
Yes, they do look a little confused.
Well, they had to be ready for a rotation because otherwise the set would be over. We're at set point, Fort. Roll shot, Sophie picks it up. JC sets it out for Evelyn. Roll shot coming to the middle. Fort Atkinson able to pick it up. Yuck! Free ball coming over. Jada gets it.
Good spots.
JC with a little tip.
Certainly caught Fort Atkinson off guard, which is awesome. Keep it rolling.
Oh, big swing by Andy Spees ends set number 2 as the Panthers fall 20-25. It was another tight set. I feel like the Panthers really stuck with them until about 16-16, and then we fell a couple of points down and just couldn't make up that ground, but it was another good set by the Panthers.
Some really good digging, certainly moving around, keeping the ball alive, keep blocking. That's need to do against this Fort Atkinson team. Make sure you don't allow some attacks that are tough to pass.
This broadcast is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. The Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. OregonCares.org. Culver's of Oregon. Welcome to Delicious. J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering. Hy-Vee Grocery Stores. Stoughton Health. And Pizza Pit.
Mike, I love that you got all the statistics. It's been an awesome year. Like you said, some records have been set this year. That's awesome with attacks, digs.
Yeah, and we've got, it's been fun to keep track, and we've got the two setters. So Ava is up to 252 assists this year. And JC's got 149. So it's interesting to see how the offense works when you've got two setters, and we've definitely had a bunch of different configurations throughout the season. It's interesting to see the Panthers figure out, all right, we've got a different team today. Who's going to play where, and how are we going to make that work?
And as we know, players have a better night than others, and so sometimes things working better for one or the other. That's an important part from a setter. Where do you go? Where do you place it?
Yep. Who's swinging really well? Who do I need to? Hey, I set her 2 or 3 times in a row, and she wasn't able to find the spot. Maybe they've got a big block up against her. How do I target a different player? Give someone else an opportunity.
It's really valuable to mix it up. You don't want to get into too much of a predictable environment. And Fort Atkinson does a great job, and Panthers have been setting that up as well with sometimes instead of just setting it close to the pipe, what you need to do is do a back set it across the other side. That just keeps the block moving and minimizes the impact of having a solid double block overall.
And the Panthers have been trying to get this going throughout the season, and I haven't seen it too much tonight, but they want to do more back row attacks. They've got a couple players who can really swing from that back row. Rachel Cook, Sophie Sywich, she's back there. We've seen a couple of them tonight, but it's not the tool that the setters have been grabbing out of the toolbox so far.
And would you end up having like you're talking about a 5-2, you have a different setting arrangement. That becomes really powerful to have another attack that the defense cannot always predict.
All right, looks like we've got a little change in the lineup. Rachel Cook is, I believe, going to play right side. So we've got Sophie Sy, Jordan Elsner, and Rachel Cook in the front row. We'll have Ava Dibovic-Skripka starting us off setting. Alexis Fields, and then Devin Howard.
So keep an eye out for OCA Media Sports. Like it said, we are at a soccer game this evening, but also football games as well. Do a wonderful production with replays, lots of great activity. Join us.
Ava with the set. Shelby Gladham, walked that one to the line to make sure it was going out, but then realized it wasn't, and ended up as a awkward play and an ace for Ava. If you're looking to catch a football game, I believe the next game on OCA Media will be homecoming, October 13th. Make your plans now. Roll shot coming. Ava able to pick it up. Devin Howard bump sets to Sophie, hits it into the block, and that's a kill for the Panthers. The Panthers started the first set hot, started the second set a little slow. Here's hoping for a fast start here, and set number 3. And a reminder, we play best of 5. So at this point, the Panthers got to win out if they want the W. Ava with the good get. Oh, Alexis Fields was able to dig it up, but kind of in an awkward spot when she was on the floor, so no one there.
Too many bodies on the floor to be able to move over.
Yeah.
That's aggressive effort, that diving for the ball, keeping the ball moving.
Sophie Tsai, serve receive, pushes to the middle. Jordan Elsner dunks it.
That shoot set works out well, keeps the defense down, gives you a place to put the ball on the opposite side.
And that was good timing on it. Jordan was able to get it in stride. You know, and then was able to get on top of it, push it where she wanted. Sophie Tsai back to serve. Oh. Evelyn Lavoie takes that one on the second contact. Alexis Fields with the big dig. Jordan Elsner with the nice set. And an assist for your middle!
That was strong attack by Fort Atkinson. The Panthers were there to things right.
Really good dig by Alexis Fields to keep it alive. I'll have to make sure that Jordan Elsner's got an assist in our stat sheet for next game. Sophie Tsai serves the libero. Big swing coming. Panthers not able to dig that one.
The Panthers keep the ball moving around. Really don't want Fort Atkinson set up in the routine.
No. Sylvie Beers back to serve. There it is. That's the swing I was talking about, Mark.
Beautiful. Nice pass from the set. Just place it hard.
I feel like you could put little trash cans right past the 10-foot line on either side. She'd be able to just put 10 in a row right into it. What a beautiful swing. Alexis Fields back to serve. That's trouble. Bump pass coming over. Into the block. That one's over. Oh! Panthers weren't sure who was going to take the overpass. I kind of thought McKenna Carroll was going to go up and swing at it.
That's what I was expecting. Go up and play the net.
It was maybe a little too far off the net. Pass out for Evelyn Lavoie. Hit it into the block. McKenna Carroll goes for the joust. Ball falls down on her side, called for the lift. Fort Atkinson pulls within one. Whoa. Set to Rachel Cook, swings it to the back row. Fort Atkinson able to pick it up. Oh, off the block and out of bounds. And we're tied at 5. Good eye.
Good conversation. Way to keep talking.
Yep. Rachel Cook back to serve. Roll shot coming. Sophie Tsai picks it up. That's an overpass. Oh! JC Andrew gets up and puts a block on the overpass, but not able to send it back, and that's a point for Fort Atkinson. Shoot. Jade Anderson replaces Rachel Cook. Andy Spees back to serve. That's going to be right at the net.
Panthers can't allow that to happen. Those are really tough to win out. Certainly when the ball's over your head and you're trying to turn to get into the net.
Alexis Fields with the great get. Evelyn Lavoie not able to put a strong attack on that one, rolls it over. Panthers pick up the roll shot. set it outside for Evelyn Lavoie, takes a swing. Libero picks it up. That one does not get over the net.
Nice volley. Panthers kept the ball alive. Struggled a little bit.
Tie it up. Devin Howard replaces Evelyn Lavoie. Devin Howard is back to serve. Oh, Alexis Fields, way to get that one. Jade Anderson sends it over. Sophie Tsai keeps the free ball alive. The block was there, and they must have hit it outside the antenna and back. The antenna's not moving, so it must have been outside it. But no one's arguing. Sophie Tsai hits into the block. Jade Anderson with the cover. Roll shot, doesn't make it over, and we're tied up at 8.
Digging the Panthers are doing is awesome. Keeping the ball alive.
That was definitely a great cover by Jada. She was in a good position and then able to get under kind of a weird. So this is number 12, Lila Davis, sophomore. Typically plays as a serving specialist on varsity. Jada Anderson able to pick that up. Panthers not able to dig it out of the net.
I find this a little bit of unusual how much of those set dinks there have been tonight. I usually don't see as many of them. I think we usually wait for them to really make a bigger impact, but there's been quite a few of them. You don't always see the reason for that when we have a great attack.
Sophie Tsai pushes that one into the block, and that's out. That's a point for the Panthers.
Very wise move. You knew you had a big block on you near the antenna.
Yeah, and Sophie Tsai stayed away from it once it came back. Ava Divovic-Skripka replaces JC Andrew. Rachel Cook replaces Jada Anderson. Panthers are tied, 9-9. Ava back to serve, get over. Not a little miscommunication on the Fort Atkinson sidelines, and that's a point for the Panthers. Boy, oh boy. Another tough serve. Fort Atkinson picks it up. Roll shot over. Ava picks it up. Rachel Cook sends it over. Devin Howard with the free ball. Another set to the outside. Oh, Block was able to get a hand on it, but not able to push it back. We'll take a quick peek at our out-of-town scoreboard. Your Brewers tied up 4-4 here in the bottom of 5. Base is currently loaded. Oh, and that actually would have been, if that one would have gone over, because Ava's playing in the back row, I think her hand was high enough, that would have been a back row attack, illegal back row attack.
That is very true.
So that was kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't on a play like that.
Really tough position to be that close to the net, though. What you do.
Bump pass coming over for Sophie Tsai.
Didn't quite make that.
That is a tight net, and it's not moving. How did it come back like that? I don't know what I'm looking at, Mark. Uh-oh. Oh. Panthers got into some rough goes in set numbers 1 and 2, and right now they just gave up 3 straight points to Fort Atkinson. Kind of some funky plays.
Keep digging like they have. Keep the ball alive.
Sophie Tsai gives Ava a good ball.
That's your attack.
I love that swing. I mean, you can't do it all the time, because if they can key in on your middle, you know, maybe they're going to be able to shut that down. But as a secondary outlet, it's just points, 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 points. Sophie Tsai back to serve. Get over. Overpass. Jordan goes for the attack. Oh. Good to see her aggressive. Unfortunately, pushes that one wide.
But Jordan's tall enough that when she dropped that ball down, it was pretty close to that 10-foot line, so she can do that certainly with a center block.
Good play by the Panthers to keep that alive. Big attack coming. Whoa.
Those are a threat.
Nice swing by Andy Spees. Panthers need a
She
timeout.
also has his attacks. Quite a challenge. Tough for the Panthers to pick up and be able to keep it alive.
So for that Brewer game, they took the run off the board. A player had been hit by a pitch and it was challenged. So now we're bases loaded, but 4 and 3. So we did not walk in a run. And sorry, Mike, Mark, I'm talking on top of your advertisements.
We covered most of them, but we do really appreciate our sponsors. So these people do make it happen. Allow us the financial support. Technology is expensive nowadays, and certainly our staff. Ben, thank you for being here this evening. Our students are our staff. Those are the people that are out and about and capturing the video content and making these streaming broadcasts live. So thank you all to the staff. If any interested, please reach out to Paul at ocamedia.com. It's Paul at ocamedia.com.
Oh, good eye. That one's out. Panthers get the serve back, and they're down 3. McKenna Carroll places Jordan Elsner. Alexis Fields back to serve. Hopefully we've got a lot of volleyball left. I've been really impressed with the way the Panthers have played tonight. Get down. You know, Fort Atkinson has had 3 of those tonight. That's really wild for a team that looks so composed.
Just not playing as much of tentativeness.
Yeah, server again. Block gets there. Evelyn Lavoie able to step off the net. Oh. That was a great play by Evelyn Lavoie. Got up, played the block, able to get off the net, get her own cover. But then the bump set was way out for Rachel Cook and not able to get a swing on it. Rachel Cook with the swing, finds that corner. Another thing is Rachel Cook's a lefty, and so going back on that ball, as a righty, it's over your right shoulder. That's really hard for her to reach over and try to pop that in.
I really like this set, being a back set off the net, so it's not easy to do. You don't see what's behind you. Like you're saying, switching hands, did an awesome job.
Get down. Nope. All right, here we go. Panthers got to get on a run. Evelyn Lavoie free balls it over. Fort Atkinson picks it up. Oh, block not able to slow it down. Alexis Fields gets a hand on it, but not under it. Fort Atkinson pushes the lead to 4. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think our referee has somewhere to be after this match, Mark.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
And then J.C. Andrews set that a slide behind her, but no one was running the slide.
I don't think the Panthers are quite ready. Spees is a pretty quick serve overall. So with her running it back, the referee's watching her, not necessarily watching the Panthers. So it's putting them a little bit off guard. So
Panthers down 6 here as we get late into set number 3. Panthers have one more home game, one more regular season match for this year, and one more home game.
it has been a really good match overall. Lots of good activity, close as it is. Panthers would be up a little ahead, and they close up the gap. Able to pull ahead if Fort Atkinson got ahead, but the volleys have been really good. Some strong attacks on both sides. The black activity has been wonderful. Panthers have done a great job with digging and keeping the ball alive. So it's a fun evening for volleyball.
Yeah, good volleyball here tonight at Oregon High School.
Last time we recognized the youth volleyball players. Appreciate the Panthers, the seniors, and the upperclassmen for encouraging volleyball from the youth side.
Good block touch. Jada not able to get the dig. Dang, she was there. Bump to Evelyn the boy. Takes a swing, picked up by Fort Atkinson. Center dump. Panthers not able to dig it.
Good serve off of tape.
Gino was moving up and again able to get a hand on it, but not able to bring it back. Evelyn pushes it over. Swing coming. And that one goes wide.
Oh,
Panthers get the point. Devin Howard will replace Evelyn the boy. Goes back to serve. Devin Howard serves the libero. Into the block. McKenna Carroll not able to push it over. And that brings up match point for Fort Atkinson. Devin Howard sends that one out for Sophie Tsai. Tips it over. Blocked by the Panthers. Oh, setter, jump over. Gets through.
And that's going to end that.
The end of set number 3.
Awesome match overall. I think the Panthers played really well. Fort Atkinson is a really strong team overall. Some really good attackers. But I think the Panthers really kept them down. Moved them around quite a bit. Where it could have been if they've kept their passes a little more awkward and a little more difficult. I think it would have been more challenging for them. But keeping alive, good passing, and man, just the digging that took place by the Panthers was awesome. That really kept a lot of it alive overall.
Yeah, it was a fun night of volleyball. The third set definitely, I mean, none of the sets went the way we wanted. The third set really didn't go the way we wanted, but the Panthers stuck with it, played hard. You know, it'll be exciting to see senior night on October 12th. Overall, I thought it was good volleyball. Panthers should go home proud of how they played. Thank you again for watching this presentation of Panther Volleyball and OCA Media Sports, your home for Panther Sports. On behalf of tonight's production crew, thank you for watching OCA Media Sports, your home for Panther Sports. Hope you have a good night, Mark.
Mike, thank you again for being the voice of Panther Volleyball.
You got it. Bye, everybody.
Have a great night.
This broadcast is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. The Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. OregonCares.org. Culver's of Oregon. Welcome to Delicious. J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering. Hy-Vee Grocery Stores. Stoughton Health. And Pizza Pit.
a biting sound.
He got a foot race. Zoe Pagels able to get on top of it. Pass the goalkeeper. And another goal.
He's one-on-one. He's going to get a shot off. And he sneaks it past the goalkeeper.
James goes time to the zone. And they will do so now. Oregon. Jerome Masona sent the pass finds it. And on that 4 seconds to go. He wins it with 2 seconds left. Joe Romer puts Oregon on top. Oh my God.
This is a presentation of OCA Media Sports.